What up?
Hi, friends.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It could always be better. It could also be very worse.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Um,
We're
you
right in the
know,
middle.
yeah, it's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm inside talking to you on a podcast.
No one's fucking forcing you to do this shit. I mean, you got better shit you gotta do. I mean, goddamn, motherfucker. I'm
Ah!
putting up my time too.
Like I'm gonna wrap it up. Anyway, um, so uh,
It's
so
been a while.
yeah, it's been a little
It's
bit,
been a while.
and the funny thing is, you did something I never thought you'd ever do this
Yeah, me
weekend.
neither. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yep. It was boy and boy action at Valkyria Raceway this weekend, right?
Yeah, it's all Dave's fault.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine. Anyway,
yeah.
so how was it?
It wasn't half bad.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So it was almost good?
it, it was almost good. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it was a little difficult. Excuse me, I gotta.
You're a little verklempt. Yep.
Yeah, a little. Oh my God, Bill Sider's online.
Mhm.
Has he ever watched the show before?
I don't know. Let's talk
I'm
shit on him.
surprised he knows how to work the fucking internet.
No, Bill's the best, dude. He's good with the porn.
um, oh, what were we talking about?
Valkyria.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I went to Valkyria. Um, I don't know. So I can definitely say that I showed up with a car from the Pave Nationals that I ran there, and I literally touched nothing. I
Yeah.
I don't even know if I really fully blew the dirt off of it.
It
Kind of
sounds like
handlings.
what I do every race day.
Yeah,
That's great.
exactly. And like, um, so anyway, um, I went there and I you basically they prep the track and you just gotta wait for it to get ready and
Are they still doing their consistent prep?
yeah, it smelled like yeah, pine sol was being used. It was in the air.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
nice.
so yes, they prepped the track with pine sol and then uh, I went out and made a run, and car was okay. And then I'm like, well, let me try this new Ghibli body.
Yeah.
And yeah, I tried that, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that it turns a little bit more now. And
Hmm.
then I'm like, well, let me put this other body. So only thing I changed first three runs bodies.
Bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know how I was like, this is what Hanilik would do. And
But the reality is, in the last 3 weeks, that's all
yeah,
I've actually done. I've played with bodies and tire sauce. I don't think I put a single shim on or moved it around the car yet.
yeah. So bodies are important. So
Mhm.
I worked. I tried those, and then so when I ran, I'm like, okay, well, I can work with this. It's not horrible. And then so last minute call right before Q1, I put the Wolverine back on because that's the
Okay.
body that we ran at Pave Nats.
That you ran and Sam ran.
Right,
I ran a DBX.
right. So yeah, Sam and I we both ran Wolverines,
Mhm.
and we made the A main. You did not, and so therefore. Uh,
Because of rule 6.2. Go fuck yourself.
yeah, doesn't matter. Eat a dick. Um, so, yeah. So, I can't really form a thought right now. I'm really wow. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's rough. Things are
Yeah.
rough right now.
So, in any case, so I went out there, ran the Wolverine. Car was really good. It was unfortunately we were running the layout backwards than what we ran
That's
at nationals.
interesting. So you come
Um,
off the straightaway into a chicane.
yeah, I have never run this layout in this direction before in my life. So I've literally
Mhm.
had three batteries worth of running, and not even that. I mean, because like they weren't even full runs, right? So maybe two batteries, full runs worth of running on it, and it was a little rough. But so in any case, so Q1 went out. I was leading at the time and then failed on the curb like twice. So if I would have had that run clean, it would have been a full probably 4 to 5 seconds faster than what I ran at pave nats.
Hmm.
Um,
That's. But I think you weren't running
the suit,
round bricks.
yeah, yeah.
So okay,
However, uh, uh, Larkin went like 12.6 on hard bricks like the day before.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I
So
did a 12.7 on hard bricks before, so that's pretty good.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, but like it's the first time I ever ran multiple 12s in a race. Like first
Yeah.
time I ran a 12.8 ever,
Hmm.
and like so uh, I can honestly say it was probably the fastest car and one of the better cars that I've had at Valkyria since like 2015, 2014
That's
when I
great.
was running the 700 with the cut top deck. Remember that you guys had that whole we used to do the whole cut
Kind
top
of.
deck thing, yeah.
I don't remember a top deck as much as I remember cutting the whole chassis.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
dremeled the snot out of that chassis back in the day.
But it was like the full floating without the floating gearbox didn't touch the rear at all, or I don't remember whatever we
So you
did.
had the front floating and the rear floating?
No, the rear wasn't floating.
Okay.
I
But you
the
had the front floating
Yeah, but it was like
and no top
you
deck.
guys did some mod at the Worlds. I think maybe Josh did it. I don't remember. It was some crazy shit you guys did at the
Yeah.
Worlds.
I
Any
thought that
case,
happened at the Reedy race, but I could be
oh
wrong. Anyway, it
yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah, it don't matter. But yeah, it's probably one of the better cars I've had since then. And so then I made a small droop change in Q2, and it wasn't the way to go. And so was definitely slower in Q2. It was consistent, but just slower.
Was it
And
more droop or less droop?
um, I added more droop to the front, some
Huh.
more up travel.
Okay.
Because I was trying to get the car just to kind of like every now and then I wanted like coming off power, it would want to like I'm sorry, coming on power, it'd want to like square up a little bit. So I
Hmm.
thought maybe just doing that would help,
Hmm.
and it wasn't the way. And so in the main, I went point 0.2 stiffer on the rear gap, uh, whatever gap we're calling it now, AB, I don't know, whatever.
B gap.
And and the car was really good in the main. And again, though I just failed. Like it was running backwards. Running backwards is
Different.
so different. Like I just like I couldn't. I felt like I couldn't get a rhythm at all in any of the qualifiers or any
Mhm.
of the runs I did. I just couldn't like get a very good confident like rhythm. And I don't know if that's just the way the flow of the track now because it's backwards or
Mhm.
what. But I just kept running over curbs and like I don't think I ran
So,
over the many curbs the whole week at nationals that I did in
so
that yesterday or
with
Sunday.
with you were down there. You're running your this year Nats tires.
Yes.
So those are like I think the D types. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
And how many sets of D types did you end up running?
uh, I don't know why.
I'm just wondering. I'm asking for a friend. That's
Oh,
all.
I ran a new set every run.
Oh, okay. Whoa, look at you, baller.
No, I mean that's how we do it here.
Yeah, that's
We've had
how
this conversation.
that's how it works in Florida.
It's
Yeah.
how it works in Florida. In Seattle, you guys might not be on a, you're all environmentalists and shit, and you run one
Mhm.
set for 2 weeks. But
Yep.
yeah, no.
Okay.
Down here in Florida, we're like, fuck the world. We run new
Well,
set.
yeah. The way I kind of look at it is, you know, the last thing I want to do is I don't want to ever run new tires in practice. Mind
Yeah,
you, you go to a new place, you got to run some new tires. You've never had the tires, blah, blah.
right.
Or you don't know what your car's doing. You got to run some new tires. But like,
Yeah, yeah,
I want to get every little ounce of what's good with the car on the track when it counts.
yeah.
But, I
No,
can't
I
blame
showed up in practice and like I only ran used stuff,
you. Hmm.
and I think the newest stuff I ran in practice was 2 runs,
Hmm.
and I had 2 runs on it, and I went out. I had we were able to procure enough tires so that I could actually practice on a new set because I didn't want some weirdness like you put new
Hmm.
tires on and you're garbage, and I immediately took the car off the warmers, put it on the track, went out and went 12.8. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, we're good. I'm like, all right, this is gonna work. And so I'm like, new tires it is. And like the new tires there were just they were a little faster. Um, Reruns weren't horrible because I did a practice run during between the Q2 and the main,
Mhm.
and I mean they were probably a little pushier, if anything, but it wasn't like noticeably different.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
I
that's
did I
interesting.
did change my sauce program just a little bit for for Q2 too. I don't know if it was that also caused my trouble, but I just left it on the warmers longer um,
Mhm.
by a couple minutes. Wasn't like a lot. I don't think that was really anything, but I did not do that for the main.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
All right. Interesting. Interesting.
yeah,
I
I ended up
I
second, but I still like I had a better car, I think.
I hear you. So do you think you could have, if you didn't fail, you could have TQ'd that weekend?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's what you want to be able to say.
Well, I don't know
That's really
about.
good.
Well, I take that back. I think Dave was on a pretty good run in the second qualifier. I
Hmm.
don't. I have to look at the times again. It would have been close.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And you guys only ran two quals and a main, right?
right.
Okay.
Which I really didn't want to go. I was kind of like trying to find excuses not to go.
Yep, I remember.
Um, and and fortunately, or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, it was like I had the time, I had the availability, I could go. I didn't have any obligations, um, or whatever, prior
No
commitments.
excuses. Yep.
No prior commitments, put it that way. Not obligations is the wrong word. Um, but prior commitments or anything like that. Nothing planned. How about that? I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm dancing around this so much, but anyway, um, I had nothing planned, so I'm like I could go, and so the day Saturday was my father's birthday, so I went out to dinner with him, and
Okay.
I still had my stuff unpacked. I hadn't packed anything up, and I got home, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna set the alarm for 4 a.m. If I can get up and pack, I'll go. And
Hmm.
of course, I get up every morning at 4 a.m. So for me to get up at 4 a.m. really isn't a stretch. And
Yeah.
so,
Hmm.
yeah,
I hear
alarm
you.
goes off. I'm up. I'm like, all right, well, I'll go pack, and I did and
Yep.
left. And so, yeah, it
Yeah,
was fun.
I get up at 5 a.m. every day, and I did something similar on Sunday. I woke up. I'm sorry, Saturday. I woke up and I finished working on my car to then leave to go to the track. I didn't have a big drive like you did, but
No,
that 27 minutes sometimes takes forever.
well, the thing that was nice, and I know you said we only ran 2 heats in a main. It was kind of actually I'm always been one of those people that never understood guys who are like, I'm gonna go racing, but we need to do this as fast as possible so I can go home, right?
Hmm.
And I understand there's probably a contingent of people that like, look, they have family commitments or time or
Yep.
whatever, and the fact that they only have a certain window to actually race. Whereas every time that I've gone to a track, 18-hour, 20-hour practice sessions of, are not, unheard of, right? So
Hmm.
I definitely look at it a little bit differently than some people, but it was kind of refreshing to know that look, we're gonna run two qualifiers and a main. I left by like 2:30, 2:45. I left the track, and it was nice to get home at a decent hour.
2:30 is crazy, dude.
I
Yeah,
mean,
if we got done racing at 2:30, then Corey Hartke could have run the main,
yeah,
and he wouldn't have been grumpy,
he
only
was
getting in
grumpy.
qual one, two, three.
Well, you guys ran three qualifiers.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys ran a whole other round longer than we did. So yeah,
yeah. When did you guys start the day?
like 10:30.
Okay, we were maybe like 11:30. So
I mean,
the sun wasn't really out though initially for us. So
well,
like I was
it
wearing a
had
hoodie.
rained the night before, so they had to re-prep the track, and
Hmm.
so yeah, we had to wait for the track to prep.
Yeah.
So you really, I mean, we started at 10:30. You only got an hour, and maybe 10 minutes worth of practice time before we had to
Hmm.
run. So you know, again, my 2 batteries that I got out was I
Yeah,
just
there's
never
only
felt
so
the
much work you can do.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I really felt that the car didn't do anything crazy, and it was just like it was stable enough to where I was like, well, I can run it as is, and just let's just see how the track evolves and whatever. And
Mhm.
so I didn't really feel the need to like, oh my god, I gotta fix this thing. So which is unheard of really for that place in me. Um,
Yeah.
usually I put the car down like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Hurtful. Hurt
Yeah,
locker.
very. Yeah, like I have no idea where to go. Like this
Yeah.
thing is just a dumpster fire. So no, it ran really. The car ran really well. I don't know if it's a combination of just being the new car or the tires or what.
Yeah.
Um, but
Now,
this is the first time I've run the new car there, right?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I've only run the new car in 2 spots, so but it's been good ever since.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. I'm
yeah.
excited though. Like I'm sitting here like trying to figure out, what other races can I try to do? And I know this is a 12 scale world junior, but I'm like, I really like my touring car right now. So I don't know. Anyway, um,
Yeah. And well, are you gonna go to Jackson?
yes, I'm gonna go to Jackson the weekend of July 22nd, 23rd, something like that.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a 2-day race there with practice on Friday. I'm up in the air about when I get there. I think I'll get there Friday morning. I might get there Saturday morning. We'll find out. Um, so far, I've signed up for 3 classes because that's what I do, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, no, it'll be fun to go back there. Whatever layout we run, I don't need it. I don't need practice driving the layout. I need practice setting the car up. Because I know what I want. I would just need to make it do that.
Right.
However you do that.
So what classes are you gonna run? Mod 17.5 and
And
21.5 or
21.5. Fuck it.
okay.
All 3. Who cares?
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Are
Um,
you gonna double stint a car, or are you just gonna build a whole
nope.
new car?
Build a whole new car.
Oh,
Going
look at you.
going balls deep.
You
Yeah.
are all asphalt touring car right now.
Yep. Yep. And then Sam was hitting me up about like going to an F-Zero race at the track you were just at,
Yeah.
and
So September 23rd, fourth weekend.
something like that. And maybe that will happen, or maybe I go to a race in Fresno at Cal Central. There's going to be a one-up challenge race there. I got to figure out where I'm going to go.
Well,
So
you've always had good luck in Florida. Hey, the weather's always been great. Um, it barely ever rains.
nope, nope, nope. The only advantage of if I go in Florida is my parents are moving to Florida. And
Mm.
so I could pop in, I could say hi, and I could race some toy cars.
Where are they moving to again?
They are going to be in New Smyrna Beach.
Oh, so just north of Daytona.
Yeah.
All right.
So I assume that's basically still like an hour and a half away, something like that.
More like
But
2, but yeah.
okay, whatever. It's something. So that could sway which direction I go. I don't
Okay.
know. We'll see.
Well,
Um,
I love for you to come out. I always enjoy racing with you.
yeah. So it's either going to be that or Fresno. I don't know which yet. I got to figure that one out.
Well, I can say the new sweep tire at Valkaria does fairly well. I think the fall. I don't really have a good judge of the fall off. I think it's minimal. Um, I think if anything, your car just probably gets a little pushy the more you run them.
Mhm.
But I don't think the fall off is too great. So uh, that's definitely a nice thing.
Is that going to be the tire for the state series now?
Yes. I don't know
Okay.
if I'm allowed to say that, but yes.
Okay. And I was looking today because I like causing trouble, and so I have some things like I don't have all my stuff in this room or anything. Um, I gotten some tires from the Andersons. These are
Yes,
some
Matrix.
one run joints,
Yeah.
and so I'm going to try to run these in like the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
These apparently are 2 runs, so these are less loved. but
Okay.
like two of them are one run sets. This is a 40 plus set, I guess. It
Yep.
says 40. And then I was looking at trying to go get some, random unmounted rubbers, just because I picked up some other, like, just random inserts
Okay.
and some more inserts and some rims, because I like one of the things that's dancing around in the back of my head, because most of California doesn't care about like spec tire. And so,
Oh, really?
yeah, they don't care about spec tire in California. So the
Why
thing
is
going
that?
on
That's weird. You think they would?
anyway?
California has all these stupid rules and everything. You would think that the guys
No,
there
it
would be
just
like,
causes cancer. There's not rules. It just causes cancer. Okay. So anyway, like one of the things in the back of my head is like I would like to build the fastest open tire possible, and so that means I think I know what the fastest rubber is,
okay,
but I need to go play with like the wheel size and the insert and other variables. So
yeah.
we'll see.
I ordered some tires today, and for the race out in Seattle, just to have some practice sets because we're limited on the sets that we can have.
You may or may not be. Hard to say.
Yep. But in any case, you're right. But anyway, so I ordered some sets, and you could buy them unassembled,
Yeah,
and he saved
exactly.
$6. And I'm like, well, damn, I've built enough tires in my life.
I
I
can
can
knock these out.
I can
Yeah.
knock these out, and so
hmm
I did, and end up they're going to assemble them anyway. And no, yeah.
I
So
think they're just afraid of you being a cheater.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
They think you
well,
got like some magic insert hanging out behind all those bodies behind you that you're
yeah,
gonna slide in.
yeah. I'm gonna slide
So
in, and
th-
yeah,
this is the color of the insert at our race.
yeah, pink.
So
That's what these D36 have.
yeah. And
Yeah,
so this one was made really good. So good, so much that you see that little chunk out of there?
yeah.
That's where the glue was on the insert. So those were
Oh,
really
okay.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know about that.
they glue. Yeah, I did it once, and yeah,
See there's the glue.
nice.
Yeah. Anyway, this was like the first set of tires I ever had blow apart on me
Yeah,
at this track. Like the first I bought like maybe four sets of tires or two sets of tires, some amount of tires, and it was two sets, and then the first set, like fourth run, they blew apart on me, and so just the public service messages, not the double or the D specs, but the prior version. The rubber here wants to rip.
hmm.
And so basically you just like you can see this is very well glued on the rim.
Yeah,
What it wasn't so glued was it isn't even glue. What it wasn't so good was the rubber touching the rubber and staying rubber in one piece. So
so that they were actually just ripping.
yeah. So pretty much every run, I would say every two, but honestly every run, you want to like safety glue, and you just like push
Yeah.
and let it seep. I'm using the thinnest shit you can buy.
Hmm.
So I just got a fresh set, some Bob Smith Industries
Yep.
thin,
Well, good. I
and
won't have to buy any. You'll have plenty.
yeah, there's I have medium here too, but the medium was purchased for indoor season, and
Do you have like any needle tips?
I so the thing I've been struggling with. So this glue is the cheapest glue you can buy, okay? And
Yeah,
it's basically the same glue that's in every fancy $12 bottle of glue.
for sure.
All right.
Super glue, super glue. It's
Yeah,
either thick or thin or whatever. It doesn't. Yeah,
ignore what every guy at Proline and AKA and all these other
yeah.
companies
Everyone.
tell you.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
robbing you. All right.
Yep.
So what
It's
I
Bob. It all probably comes from Bob anyway.
it's all
Fucking
right.
Bob.
And so the reality is,
Bob is like the fucking big super glue. I mean, he's fucking. He is
now
the
mind
man.
you, he probably gets it from somewhere. Anyway,
I don't know.
he's not sitting there in the back, like, stirring it. Maybe,
Hey, I don't know. Maybe. Like I said, he's
maybe.
big. He's big super glue in the state. That's all I know.
Yeah. So anyway, the only thing that sucks about these is honestly the whole like applicator. And so I've tried a bunch of different tips that go on these. So far, the ones that work the best, and I actually reminds me, I will, as we're talking, I'm going to be ordering some.
Those plastic ones?
Yes.
Those really long ones?
I don't know about how long they are, but the long plastic joints are the ones that work the best.
Yeah.
And so I had gotten mine most recently from Team Powers. But
you can get them from Amazon.
I'm going to go look on Amazon.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find one real quick.
Yeah, I'm assuming that these bad boys will work.
Yo, these.
Possibly.
Huh?
Hold them up slower.
All right, hold on. Let me get one out.
So, okay.
I give you the Amazon number. I say we need to get an affiliate link, and every time we mention a fucking product, we can have somebody pissed.
I don't know if they were that long, but I'm assuming, here's the thing, Mangler.
But they go like.
Yeah, yes, exactly. If you're going to tell me that thing that you have in your hand fits very good on a Bob Smith Industry tip,
it does.
Because all of them are the same.
It does.
Like, it doesn't matter if you buy the half ounce,
the
1 ounce, or the 2 ounce bottle. They all use the same tip.
Yep.
Then just shoot me that number so I can go have 100 of them myself.
Yeah, they're. I got them from Amazon.
Yep, I just saw some myself. So.
Yeah, they're. Like, I bought this whole bag for like $4.
Perfect.
I don't even. It might not even be $4, but.
Yeah.
Oop.
I see $5.
Okay.
But that's fine.
It was for like 100 of them.
Yeah.
So.
I'm okay with that.
I know that I've dropped more than I've probably used.
Wow. Yeah. And so the only thing that's bad about them, and like I've also gotten my glue tip game to the point where, like, if you just like air it out, you can pull it off and you can use it again.
Yeah.
But
I mean, when you buy 1,000 of them for $4, and you need to be so cheap that you're gonna fucking whatever. But that's you. I mean, I know that's how you roll.
Yeah. Sometimes
Obama phone. I mean, you and your Obama tips.
Yep. Well, I am at the point where I've run out of the caps for the Bob Smith Industries, and so this is also the thing that every guy or girl or whatever you are, you should also buy this, the Uncure.
Uncure.
Now, I actually, you know how people like to put like a little perfume on themselves or a little cologne.
Yeah.
I put Uncure on my fingers just when I touch stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you don't glue your shit together?
Kind of, yes. Because sometimes things are just going everywhere. It's like a porn movie. Anyway, yeah.
What they call him Peter North glued.
I could find that original picture of my glued tires from the 2016 Carpet Nats.
Yeah.
And instead of using Kicker, I used white glue. That was awesome.
Yeah, Peter North glue.
Yeah, Peter North glue. That kid is still funny as fuck. Yeah, anyway. Mike G, he's one funny motherfucker.
Yeah, he is.
Anyway.
Well, he's probably a big fan of Peter,
Oh, wow. Anyway.
Yeah, he watches all his work.
Oh, goddamn. Funny enough, like, anyway, that must be on a different Google account. I digress. So, this for me, so I got two sets of track action for on road this week. I went Thursday and I raced Saturday, and Thursday I mostly focused on tire prep and Spray paint we used, and it was mine. I don't know if it really was yours, Bill, but it could have been. All right. And so, as such, thank you. Um, I basically spent most of my time playing with tire prep and with bodies. And, um, I'll tell you, um, I have one body in front of me that I'll just show. So this, uh, the body that you were talking about, this gibbly body,
Ghibli, yeah.
it it has a lot of promise.
Yeah,
I think
I believe it does too. I think it's more of a stock body.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
Um,
I have
the
mine here too.
Yeah,
And
yours
then
yours is very fancy.
and with all the accoutrement on the inside.
Yeah. Now,
So brace, braces,
yeah, I
braces.
didn't try putting a like a lateral brace here,
Yeah,
but
so this is my go-to. All right. So I don't really care. It's not that big a deal. But uh yeah, if you can see the brace that goes from left to right here. What's
we
up?
lost
Am I good?
everybody.
Oh, we
Anyway,
did?
yeah, all your cool stuff broke the internet.
Oh, okay. So I run this cross brace. I usually just run it in the front, about right here,
Okay.
and you run it high enough to where
It
it
clears
clears the
stuff.
top, clears everything, and this will survive 65 miles an hour down a straightaway, and will not flap, will not do anything, and it stays in really well.
Mhm.
The only downside to it is if you want to stack your bodies by going to the track,
Nope.
not gonna happen.
Negative.
So, but yeah, it works great. I mean, I can sit here and fuck with it, and it it stays in.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, this is people are doing all those braces and to the roof and everything. I'm just like, nah, just one little piece, kid, you're done,
Hmm.
and just set that in there.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
but
and you
this
can
thing's got pieces in the back,
yeah,
here,
and you can buy that stuff on Amazon too.
yeah,
You know.
and then it's got these. I got the flares and the wheels.
Yeah.
I
Look
got
at
the
that.
double units here.
Wow.
And then I got I put these in. So I ran this. It did not flex, did not tuck itself, did not rip, did not tear. Pretty much ran about 3.5, maybe 4 minutes at most.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay, I get it. Now I will say, like right behind the wheel well, like this thing just flexes just sitting on the car, even with all this
Yes.
on there. And I had to cut it higher right
Hmm.
behind the wheel than I did there. So like if you look probably this
Yeah,
side,
I see.
it's like it goes up a little bit. It's just
Hmm.
like, wow.
My big issue so far with this body has been the I didn't stiffen it as much as you did, and so it goes like this. And
Yeah,
so like I have rub marks right here.
yeah. No rub. There is zero rub marks on this body.
Mhm.
Well, I take that. There's one in the front, but that's when I hit a stupid VTA car and it did into my body. But
Yeah.
uh,
Now Dave Vera has an alternate suggestion. He's saying it tucks itself sitting on the car stand.
that's because he didn't do what I did.
Okay. Well, I didn't do what you did either. I did some of what you did,
Yeah.
but not to that degree.
Well, that
And
all the reports were like, all this thing is good, but it tucks itself. And so like
Mhm.
I literally like sat here. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna make this thing not tuck itself, and I did.
So
But
what body
creativeness,
did you actually race at the Valkyrie?
Wolverine.
Okay,
That's right.
interesting.
Remember, I told you that.
I, I'm just asking. You said something about it. I said I didn't run that body,
Yeah,
and then you
and
said,
yours
yeah,
don't.
that body made the main, and yours didn't. That's what I
Yep.
heard.
Yep. Pretty much.
Anyway,
But I definitely think this body has some potential. I think it's a stock body. Um, it just really, it was kind of just too much nose. Like it wanted to.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, because in the experiments that I've done, so I've been running three bodies, kind of religiously. I've run the OG Twister, which I view as like the kind of fast body benchmark,
Okay.
and then I've been running the Montec 02
Mhm.
and this new lens body.
Right.
And so the lens body, I I've been running it with the HRB just like you, and so I don't have mine here because everything's in the garage right now. But basically, I barrel rolled my car once, like I basically flipped it on a dot, or not a dot, but like you'll figure out whatever these things are. They're like the things that are in the road, like on the highway, the
Mhm.
road dividers.
Okay.
You can, if you put enough yaw at your car, you can flip your car
Okay.
when you hit one of these things because it unsettles you. So anyway, I rolled my car once, and then it came back, and like I had a tear through the body. There was like basically a tear between a body tuck. There was a BS Works body tuck,
Yeah.
anti-tuck thing from here to here, and there was a carbon rod here, a carbon rod there, and I had a tear in between it. I was like, all right, that's it, I'm done. So I haven't raced that body. It's been relatively fast in super stock. I haven't been brave enough to run it in mod. Like literally, I haven't run a pack of it in mod,
Yeah.
mostly because it keeps on flexing. So the other body I've been running, and I think I figured out how to mount it, is the 02. And so when I ran practice on Thursday, the 02 was just more consistent lap after lap
Mhm.
for me. And I did run it in mod also, like on my second to last pack, but I was busy like doing other like speedo motor changes at the time, so I don't think I gave it its ultimate run. Um, but the 02, with the way I had it mounted, and I made a little setup sheet for it. And like this is one of the things that I think we just need to get better at, like sharing the data around. And I know I've been talking to Billy about this. So, Max had a very good like setup sheet thing for
Yeah.
bodies, but it doesn't totally match like how I do bodies. All right. So if this is his setup sheet that I filled out, all right. And so I'm running the body at the front of the 3-hole. There is an O-ring there actually. Um, and then I'm using a measurement using the BS Works tools.
Right.
Okay. And so I guess all the real data goes here. And so I used a template that's for a Red Hawk to
Right.
mount the body to get the height, which is the 44.5 millimeter, which I
Right.
have listed here. And then I used an 18 millimeter spacer between the back of the HRB and the body. So it really moved the body backwards. And then I'm using the Mangler wing mount thing. And I think there's only 6 holes in it. And I use the second to last hole. So that means I guess I'm in hole number 5. And then when I drilled the wing, there's three holes in it. And I used in between the first 2 holes from the leading edge. I still need to measure what my BDL height is. And then underneath the sort of P64 thing, I don't have any shims. So that's how I ran that body. But I want to try to do a better job of like documenting how the bodies are mounted.
Right.
And I think we're going to try to take this little setup sheet thing and hack it up and try to like BS workify it. Because, a lot of the guys who are running Automatic stuff are using those tools to, mount their bodies. And
Right.
so like for folks who don't know what I'm talking about, it's this sort of stuff here. There's a little care package. Oh, look, there we go. Here's a little care package from Billy. They sent me. This is a goat template. I've never run the goat, nor do I own a goat, but I have a template for it. And yeah, I got some other fun stuff here. Yeah, so more of that. This is something else. This is not something, I'm not this classy. He made a box to hold extra dampeners.
Yeah.
I don't own extra dampeners, so I will never like populate this box
Well, good. I'll just
unless
take it from you when I get it. When it comes to you.
unless I steal the boxes or unless I steal the dampeners out of my asphalt cars. I will never have additional things like that. Um, one of the other things though, and this is something that Bill's been working on, is he has in the works right now a fan shroud. A lot of you have already used a fan shroud from him, but this one fits a 40 mil fan. And
Oh,
so 40 is the new 30 for anyone who doesn't
is
know.
that what we're doing this now?
Oh, fuck yes, we are.
Is this legal now?
Well, it's not legal at Roar, but it's legal everywhere else. So who gives a fuck? So, and maybe we can get Roar to pull their heads out of their ass and we can do 40 mil at Roar races also.
Okay.
Hey, I'm going to need you to, vibe for a minute. I got to pee. I've had too many beers
All right. Well, hey, this is a question time with the Mangler. So if you have any questions, please put them on the screen, and I'll be more than glad to answer them. It could be any topic or subject that you might want to know. If you did not know, I'll tell you this little fun fact. Yesterday was 626, 626. That's the birthday or celebration day for Stitch at Disney World. It is 626 day. He is Project 626, so that's why they call it 626, and that's why they celebrate it on 626. So if anybody really want to know that information, well, there you go. I don't know what he just said, but he said something pretty funny. What now? He just probably doesn't like the Disney talk because he's all pro DeSantis and hates Disney.
Yeah.
So anyway, you
Pro
good?
DeSantis. I'm great. I'm doing fantastic. Back to my normal scheduled program, drinking a beer.
Okay, good. So anyway,
Yeah. So as I said, I want to try to uplift this little setup sheet thing. I got Billy on board with it,
okay.
and if folks have any feedback on like what's sort of useful data to put in there, I'll just throw this back on the screen one more time. I think I have the right amount of data, but who knows?
All right.
Everyone has opinions, and you know what?
When,
Most of them are valid.
so
Only some of them are useless.
when you run, what wing did you run on your Ghibli?
Oh, I just ran their stock ring.
Oh, okay.
Whatever came in the body, I ran that. Like I start running every body like with the body.
Oh,
Like why would you do anything but that?
I never run the wing, ever.
What?
Never.
No.
I run one of two wings. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
What are
And really, I need to find somebody. So I run the extreme hard wings, right? The pre-cut units.
Mm-hmm.
And
These guys.
exactly, yeah, those. And I tend to use the flat one more so than the curved one.
Yeah,
So
the flat one's the twister wing, or I'm sorry, the special wing.
So if anybody wants to like trade me, if they use the arch ones more than the flat ones, I got them here, dude. And I'll brand new, never used. I got at least two. I probably got like three. And like, look, I'll swap you out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because do you use the arch ones or the flat ones?
The arch ones I would also refer to as a racer style wing.
Okay.
And I usually run the racer wings on my Montec bodies.
Okay.
You know that what the difference is, right?
What do you mean?
Have you gone back to try one versus the other?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think the flat one does?
More rear grip.
Okay, correct.
Yeah.
So I sometimes I like less rear grip.
Nope.
So one of the things I'm still trying to like work on with the 02 is like the distance of the wing. So like I'm at maximum, which is like the 10 mil overhang.
Yeah.
And so I might bring it a little forward. I also might swap the wing. I
Okay.
also might move the body a little forward. Um, but anyway, the body was good enough. I was able to TQ 3 rounds and win a main with it.
Oh shit!
So
What
that
class?
was pretty good in super stock.
Oh, okay.
It was really good. I would also I want to share. See, I don't know if I have this on video. I don't really have this on video, but let me just share a pro tip to people.
Okay.
And we're gonna watch like a few seconds of the mod main from this past weekend at
You're gonna
Seatac.
watch how you didn't take out Stu?
Well, no, we can either watch that part or not watch that part. I don't really. Anyway, so I was really starting third, although I'm like literally second on the because Corey had to leave. So,
Okay.
anywho, if I go full screen, there we go. Full screen looks sexy. All right. Um, so eventually this starts. You know what color I am,
Yellow.
and so you see where
For those
we
playing
just
at home.
went past. That was the
Yeah.
start finish.
Right.
And so I would say if you're really smart, and if you've seen what Gilles or Gillies Grosscamp has done
Oh,
at
to
the
shoot the line.
IFMAR Worlds, okay, yeah, if you know you're on your last lap,
Right.
and like you're really on your last lap, not like the tone just hit,
Right.
but whatever. So when you're going around this track here, the lap counter is over in the right hand corner towards the
Mm-hmm.
stand. So like watch. Here's
Right
the
there.
lap counter,
Yeah,
right?
the
And
double white line.
so instead of like going and making a turn,
Yeah.
what you should do is just go fucking straight.
Yep.
And when
Send
you
it.
do that, you take at least maybe 1 to up to 2, maybe even 3 tenths off your lap.
Right.
And so it was that little trick of mine which helped give me the round 2 TQ.
You just
Uh,
had track limit violations right there.
I did. Yep, correct.
They don't call that.
No,
The
they don't.
stewards would be fucking
Yep.
all over
Track
you.
limits.
Yep.
Yep. How about this when you throw it into someone's bumper? What about that? No.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway, yeah, those things happen.
that's how you
Um,
roll.
yeah, that's how we do it. But yeah, I just want to that's a little pro tip. So in case you're ever in a situation like that and you're really fighting with somebody and it's basically like it's a tenth or two
Yeah.
and on the last lap and it's the last lap, you should send it. And if you don't send it, who's the loser?
You are. Yeah.
You.
No, that's for sure. I mean, the fort was like that.
Mhm.
The way they had their loop, and like, yeah, if you sent it right at the end, yeah, you picked up like 2 tenths,
Yeah,
easy.
it's good.
And so yeah, um, one thing that was interesting about Valkyria and that I never realized when we run the other direction, you can
Mhm.
feel the bumps differently. And there's some bumps that you don't see going the other way that you see going this way.
There's a lot
And
of bumps there.
yeah, but like there's some bumps that you're like, oh, that's a really bad bump. Like,
Mhm. The Crosstown has a good bump, I want to say.
yeah, it's not so bad going
The other way,
other way, but the
the 180s after the Crosstown, like on the right hand side.
yeah, going there, there's one there. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, geez, like yeah, it like literally lifts the car.
Mhm.
So, um, what layout will they run for? No clue. They're
No one
just like
knows.
no
That's the
one knows.
question.
Yeah, only one who knows is Stu.
I think it's Todd, but it might
Uh,
be, there might be more than that.
well,
Um,
considering he lives with them, you would think that he would.
I don't know if they talk. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
okay.
Um, but
No,
yeah,
I don't, but that's fine.
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't,
really.
I don't know how much they talk. Um, but yeah, I want to see if I can find.
So I was the reason why I
Here's the
asked is
layout.
just curious. Will we have a send type of layout, or is it always kind of like that there? Because the way the loop is in the corner.
I think it's always like that.
Okay.
Now the only problem is It depends if you're going clockwise or counterclockwise.
Right.
But sometimes you actually run past that as a straightaway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it may or may not matter. It's hard to say. But that is a good thing to think about at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to
So
have some mental preparedness for it.
oh, you do, and like sometimes you overthink things, and
Right.
but I was like, oh, and then there's the tone. I'm like, well, okay, I made it on my last lap. When you start, and this is a way easier to do if you like start one. So if you're the first car to hit the tone,
Yeah,
and you
you're gonna be
didn't,
the first
and you
one.
keep going,
Yeah.
it's very simple.
Yeah.
Like the next time you go, your race is over.
Right.
Now, mind you, I bet you could do like a super like cut of the track, and like instead of getting a 13-second lap, you get like a 7-second lap. That's pretty cool too.
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the benefits of not having any walls at that track too.
Yeah.
You can send it, and there's no penalty really.
Kind of. So anyway,
I have a
although
feeling
there
that
was an announcement,
I have a feeling that we'll probably run that layout just backwards.
I don't
Or
know.
do they really like to mix it up so that? Because I mean, you would think that you would just run it because you guys have kind of grooved it a little bit.
No, there's no such thing as grooved it.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I see a little bit of a groove there.
Dude,
in
these
that
tires
video.
wear. Yeah, they wear in pretty good.
So I mean, there's a little something there.
Yeah, but I don't foresee that happening. I honestly I don't know what will be the layout. There's a lot of back and forth on what it could be.
Okay.
But I don't know yet.
Fair
I think we'll all find out that Friday that we show up.
Yeah.
You think I'm kidding?
No. I fully. I mean,
Yeah.
look, you're going to be track riding it next weekend anyway, so.
Well, maybe or maybe not. Like when tires show up, I will put my car on the track. If tires don't show up, all the tires I have left over, those are our practice tires.
So you have Matrix.
Yeah, I might run those things around, but that ain't gonna do me any good.
All right.
I don't think. We'll figure out what they run like.
Yeah, at least play with it.
Yeah, I will not make a single. The Matrix tires will be useful for one thing: running an alternate stock motor to see if I can find one that runs faster. That's it.
All right.
So I'm gonna. I've been running my Nick Bell Racing tuned R1 V21S.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what I'm gonna be running too.
And I can tell you the gearing. I don't know what the timing is because I never looked. I just put it in the car.
Yeah.
But if I take it out of the car, I can put it on a mobilizer and we can figure out what the timing is.
Yeah.
But literally, I put the biggest pinion I could with the spur gear I had, and that's what we did.
Okay. I'm going to assume it's pretty much close to what I ran at the paved Nats. It's going to work. Yeah. I mean, I don't see that track being any really different than.
No, it's not. But the funny part, dude, it feels like when you run super stock there, it feels like a goddamn oval race because it's like it feels just like a 4 or 5 minute dyno pull because all you can do is like blow like a line or two. And otherwise, it's about like how does the motor run? Because unless your car is just a total bag of dicks, it's not going to make a lot of difference.
Right.
So it's hard to say. But one of the things I did try again for the first time at Seatac, in between round 2 and 3, I made 2 changes. In my stock car, I took my rear B gap down from 3.2 to 2.6, and at no time did the car get loose. Mm-hmm. And that just tells me I can go even lighter or do something else to make the car turn more. But, like changing the spring rate at the back usually helps a lot. And
do you know what B gap that I'm running in the rear?
No.
4.4.
Because you ground the shit out of your car. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. It will push off the track in Seattle. I'm just going to warn you.
Well, hey, I mean, I can
you'll be excited.
Yeah, I'm like, I've never had this in my life. Mm-hmm. What is this? What is all this side bite?
Yeah. Anyway, and then in mod, I put the included brace that connects the rear dampeners.
Yeah, you said you like that.
the
C45.
C46R or 45R,
Yeah.
and in the warm up laps, I told Corey, who was standing next to me, and he was the person who ran it, and he's like, "Oh, I like it better." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Okay, fuck it, I'll try it." I said, "If my car doesn't spin out, this will be the fastest car of the day here," because like it just felt like it had so much corner speed all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And that round I went to TQ by like a few seconds over people. So
So I
it
need
was
to put my C45 brace in and lower
yep,
my V gap.
possibly yes.
Done.
But I think that rear brace, if you don't have it on your car now, it could have hell, dude. Like it might have been a world of difference out Valkyrie. Like who
Yeah, I mean,
knows?
I didn't have I had zero time to try any of that. I had
Yeah.
zero time to try anything, um, other than bodies, and
Mm-hmm.
so running it at Coral Springs, however, with
Yeah.
it out was better.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Because
felt
it
like the
gives
car.
you more grip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
you
agree.
thought putting it took grip out of the rear?
Hell yeah. But it
Oh,
it increased my corner speed,
right. I get
which
it.
I thought was interesting.
Yeah. Are you still running Big Droop?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Huge droop. Mm-hmm. Like when I lift up my car, everything just clicks. It's like click, 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 click.
Do you have slop in the front?
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the rear is at 5.4 and the front's at 5.0. I think
Nope.
that's
Nope.
so you're saying I'm not gonna be able to turn in a 40-acre field. That's good.
Well,
I've never
you'll
I've
find
never
out. One of the two. It could be super dialed, bro. You might show up and be like, "Take this, Hanulek. Suck
Well,
it."
here's the thing, and I think this is my magic sauce, is that I have the carbon brace in the front
Uh-huh.
and it's not cut and it's screwed in.
I haven't. I haven't installed one of those,
Oh,
nor I haven't has a screw going into the top of those bulkheads at the front on my
yeah,
car at all.
I took that shit out of I I think I told you the story last time. And I like because you didn't run it, and I knew you hadn't
Mhm.
run it, and I put this carbon on, but I wanted to make sure when I was mounting bodies that it wasn't moving around and
Yeah.
screwing me up. So I put the screws in it. And then I went to Coral Springs for the Nationals, and I'm like, I don't know, halfway through the first day, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to take those screws out. And
Mhm.
so I took them out and I went out there, I'm like, oh fuck no. And I put the screws immediately back in, and it was like, yeah, like
Interesting.
no, yeah. I can't now I think it turned better with the screws in,
Could
if I
be.
remember correctly.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's what my
but
stock thing is.
I don't know of anyone running the carbon piece because I don't know Sam didn't even run it. So maybe the
Yeah.
carbon piece does different stuff than the plastic piece.
It's probably stiffer for sure.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. By by yeah, no stretch of the imagination. Yeah. So
But I don't know.
so what else did you do on our little sabbatical that we were gone for 2 weeks?
I was in Italy
You're in Italy, yes.
and
How was that?
United Kingdom.
In the UK, how was that? Do you have some fish and chips and shit, or what?
I didn't have fish and
Little
chips.
bangers and mash, little spotted dick.
I did have a what was referred to as a Sunday roast. That's very
Ooh,
British.
what's the Sunday roast? Is there just like a roast that's served on
Yeah, just
Sunday?
roast beef on
Okay,
Sunday.
all right.
But they call like everything a roast. It's like you could get a chicken roast. You could
Yeah.
also get a vegetarian roast. It was just like a bunch of rice and some shit.
Uh,
Anyway, I don't know.
they have what is it? There's like a frog in a pod or some shit thing too. I don't know. There's all kinds of. They have all kinds of weird names
They
for
have
food.
weird names for things. All right.
Yeah,
They have like a little roll.
yeah,
I forget what it's called. It's Yorkshire pudding. There's no pudding. It's just a nice fluffy roll.
yeah.
It's like the nicest piece of bread you've ever had that
With
you
no
used to
pudding.
mop it. Yeah, no pudding. You used to mop up
How
your
can you get
gravy,
any meat? How can you get any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
I guess.
Yeah,
And dessert is referred to as pudding, which makes no sense to me.
yeah.
But I'm not here to make sense. I'm just here to report what happens around me. All right.
So where were you at in the UK? You visiting F1 places or anything like that?
No, we were just in London,
Okay.
and I was there. I was in the London city twice. because British Airways sucks balls, and they canceled our flight from Seattle to Heathrow. So we had to book on Virgin like last minute, and that's always cheap.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we had a big carryover between when we landed and when we were taking off to go to Italy.
Yeah.
So we went into foggy
City.
London town for lunch,
Yeah.
and then came back.
Okay.
So
How was Italy?
anyway,
Where'd you stay?
we flew into Naples,
Okay.
and that night we stayed in somewhere in Naples, and then we went to a town called Priano,
Okay.
which is like in the Amalfi Coast area.
Right.
And
All those pictures of the houses on the side of the cliffs.
yeah. And so I shit you not, there's like one road that runs through the Amalfi Coast. So if you've ever
Right.
gone there, you've been on this road. All
Okay.
right. And normally what happens is you walk up from the road or down from the road to go wherever you're going, because not everything's really on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had
It's
to
on the
walk.
side of a mountain, right?
Yeah.
A cliff or whatever.
Yeah. It's cut into a cliff. All right.
Yeah.
And so we had to walk down 191 steps one way.
Oh, you counted them.
Oh, I did. Yes. It was two separate like staircase things.
Yeah.
One looked like it was made in like the last 50 years.
Okay.
The other one was made maybe 400 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it was
Julius Caesar walked on that, huh?
Possibly.
Okay.
And yeah, that was something else. So yeah, there was a lot of stairs.
Where were you walking down to?
The hotel that we stayed.
Oh, okay. So, gotcha.
And
how was that? Good view? Nice scenery?
View was okay.
Yeah.
But like there's a view all the time there. It's just like bam.
Yeah.
And
instant view. It's Instagram worthy.
Yeah, it was nice. And one day we were on a boat. The other day we did like
on a boat. What kind of boat?
Yeah, some boat. Like
was it like a Chris Craft or a Master Craft? Or
no,
like
it's not that fancy. No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
But one day we were on a boat, and then we went to Pompeii, where Vesuvius, did all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we went to another town, Positano. Yeah, there you go. Good job. And we ate a lot of pasta. That was lovely.
Yeah. How's the food? Good?
Yeah. Even, dude, bad food is fucking amazing.
Right.
All right. So, yeah.
What about good wine? Have some good wine?
Yeah, lots of good wine. Much wine was had by all. Like, I was drinking white wine like it was water. It was ridiculous.
Isn't that kind of what it is?
Kind of, but dude, the bottles were getting crushed. It was.
Oh yeah.
It was bad. Yeah, it was.
You're crushing all the bottles, huh? So what's your go-to white?
I don't have one, man.
You don't have one? You just like all the whites?
I guess. I don't know.
Pretty racist, huh?
There's a local regional like wine, which is like Greco, or a grape called Greco to something or other. And
is it Pruno?
What's that?
Pruno, or is that right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Pruno. That's like the wine they make in prisons. That's what they call it.
No.
They make it in the toilet.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bathtub cheese. Thanks.
Okay. Right.
But anyway, just drink local. It's good.
Yeah, the local wines, yeah.
Yeah, it was all right.
Awesome.
It's hard to complain. And
so how long were you there? I don't really quite get a gist of what
we flew out on a Friday.
Yeah.
We left like Seattle on a Friday night.
Yeah.
We got to London like Saturday morning.
Right.
Wasted a bunch of time.
Yeah.
Left London at 5. Got to Naples at like 8, 9, whatever it was, Saturday. Then drove to the place on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Check-in was at 3. We were there at like 3:02.
Oh wow.
And then we were there until Friday. And then we flew out from there to UK. We got in like 10 p.m. Into the UK, and then left Monday. And on Monday, our plane, we were on one of these brand new Boeing 787s.
Okay.
And I was telling the story to Corey Harbkey as we were at the racetrack on Saturday. And I said,
Boring
hey, Corey.
employee.
Yeah. I said, hey, Corey, how many of those planes you guys have Rolls-Royce engines? He's like, oh, only the 787. I was like, all right. Well, what do you think about this? We were sitting there on the runway. We didn't leave the gate. And they did some, maintenance work. And then they said, yeah, Boeing engineers or Rolls-Royce engineers said, plane can't leave. Something's wrong with the engine. And they had to go find us a new plane. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm one of the few idiots who gets called on that. Normally, you'd be surprised. Most things can get up in the air at least once. And, but, often you just say, no, doesn't need to leave.
Right.
So, yeah, interesting.
So Corey, so what you're trying to tell me is Corey Harbig fucking crushed your plane dreams and like said, nope, Henrik's not flying back.
Yeah, he's like, nope, he's got to wait 4 more hours. Sorry, buddy. So I was just happy we left. Like we had someone here from New York for the weekend, and there was storms in New York or like up along the eastern seaboard,
right.
And like since like around midday Sunday, planes have been getting canceled and whatever else. Mm-hmm. This poor woman had to land yesterday at BWI instead of JFK at like 9 p.m.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
That's only a 4-hour drive.
Well, and then they eventually took off and went to JFK.
Oh, okay.
After circling around Kentucky for a little while.
Oh, wow.
And that was after her other flight got delayed, so she didn't go on it. It left at like 1 a.m. Monday morning. She rebooked onto an 11 a.m. That got canceled. She got ourselves onto a 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. That eventually was delayed and took off, then landed in BWI, and then eventually at the JFK. Yeah, total shit show.
Yeah, that's a bad travel day right there.
Yeah, apparently she's bad news with that stuff. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Adina, if you're listening, yeah, you're bad news. Don't plan trips with you, apparently. Anyway.
I'm going to jinx myself right now.
Yep, you are. Yeah. Don't talk about it. Move on. Next topic.
All right. Yeah. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, it was great.
And we are just a few days away.
T-minus 9 days.
No, we're not talking about the same thing.
Oh, okay. What are we 9 days away from?
Anniversary.
Oh yeah.
Your first year of marriage.
Yeah, that's happening.
Like, how is it? How's it been? How's it going?
Well, we're not divorced yet, are we?
No, she hasn't left you.
I mean, no, she hasn't left me yet. It's pretty good.
We don't know who's more crazy, you or her, but yeah, it's fine.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna go away this weekend. We're gonna go to Canada.
Oh,
we're gonna go.
Our friends in the north, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna go up to Whistler.
Oh, you're gonna do a little skiing?
No, it's not skiing time.
I know. They have an alpine slide.
Maybe. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
You don't. This is so funny. You're like, I don't know where we're going. I just know the vicinity. We'll find out when I get there. Like,
that's how I do it.
You have zero planning or input. You're just like, okay, I'm here. I'm on a plane. I'm on a boat. I'm on a train. I'm on this. I'm on that. That's all I know.
Pretty good, bro. Don't hate. We did do something this past weekend on Sunday. We went.
Oh yeah, I saw this on the gram.
Yeah, we went in a hot tub boat.
How's that work?
Well, there's a boat and it has water in it, and the water is heated by a wood burning fire.
Yeah, but I guess the thing is like normally when you put water in a boat, it sinks.
It didn't.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what like.
But it's awesome.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, so basically, what we're trying to say is bring your swimsuit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go boat, fucking whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How cold is the water outside?
Freezing. Absolutely freezing. I think they're serving mixed cocktails in it. It's freezing.
Oh wow. Mm-hmm. It's like 34.
I don't know. I would guess 50.
Okay.
but
That's not. Yeah.
I wouldn't call it good.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, 50 would be my guess.
All right. That sounds fun.
So
So
yeah,
you're going up to Whistler. What are you gonna do in Whistler? You don't know.
hang
Why am
out.
I asking this? Why am I
Yeah,
asking this question?
do
Well,
whatever.
see if there's an alpine slide. You need the alpine slide pics.
Okay. Do I need a video? Maybe
Yeah,
they
oh
have a
yeah.
skeleton. I can go down head first.
Ooh, I
That'd be
still want to
awesome.
do that. Yeah, like luge skeleton. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm like all in. Anytime. Let's go. I'm like, yeah, I don't even have to fucking. There's no hesitation.
Okay.
I am all about that life.
Hmm. All
I
right.
I always like. I remember as a kid, growing up, and like you know, I was I had some athletic ability, and I was just like, how do those people get to be lugists? Or like I'd watch the Olympics, and like no one ever knew, like
They
right, like.
probably had a slip and slide and a big hill.
But like what I'm saying is like it was the kid who lived in the town where there actually was a slide. That's how like back in the like 80s,
Yeah.
the Olympics teams were the guy who lived in the town that was the kid that was crazy enough or maybe athletic enough that lived in the town that had the slide there. That was the guy that was in the Olympics.
Sounds about right.
And then like I get through like my prime years, we'll call them, and it's about 2005. So I'm like 4 years removed from any
Mhm.
type of athletic activity, and they're like, oh, hey, we're having open tryouts for the U.S. Olympic bob and skeleton team or whatever. Bring your kids on out. If they qualify, we'll set them up as Olympians and train them in all this bullshit. And I'm like, motherfuckers. Like, I so would have wanted to do that as a kid. But no, that didn't exist. You
Mhm.
had to be living in the town. And like, so they were going like around like Indiana and the states just finding kids who had like skills that could go do this. And I'm like, I was just born too early. That's all there was to
Yeah.
it. I
You
could
could
have
have
been
been
an
like
Olympian.
the you could have been like the cool runningsman.
Ah, they just celebrated, yeah. Like, but no, yeah. I mean, seriously, I could have been an Olympian, but no. I think I had, dude. Yeah.
I I think you are our Olympian when you wear the unitard.
Well, we gotta get to 1,000, kid, and
Yeah.
we're nowhere even close.
Yeah, yeah, well, let's see where we are. Let's see.
I don't even know. I doubt if we even broke 260.
No, we were at 268 and we're still at 268.
Oh yeah,
So,
like we got no traction.
well, we've had ups and downs. All right.
Yeah.
I I'm telling you, the biggest thing that drives subscribers are these shorts. The shorts for YouTube are huge.
Yeah, but we don't know how they work either because like some shorts like do banger, and then other shorts are like,
They work. That's really what it comes down to. They work.
yeah,
Everyone like, look, dude. This one here, this one got 6,900 views.
yeah,
Yeah, and we're not listening to the audio of it, but that one got
right.
a lot of views. What is that thing?
I don't know.
I love the. I don't know. I don't know. It's nothing.
Never seen it before in my life.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
I don't know what's so funny.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Exactly. I don't know
So
what's
this
so funny
Ghibli
either.
body is pretty fucking nice.
You're a mess. I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'm a mess. All these New York fuckers, and I'm the mess. No, come on, bro.
Anyway. That's all right. Don't worry. Yeah. So like we had a short from Roar Pave Nats, 69 views. That was not good.
Yeah, how is that? Like that was way more cooler than some stupid red
Dude,
thing.
you're the Mindfuck 1000,
I have no idea where you're talking about.
6,900. Even an 8 scale buggy like jumping around, only
Oh,
1.3.
really?
Yeah,
Huh.
that was it.
Well, I think that one because it's really short and it plays on a loop. That could
Mhm.
be it too. I think it drives the
But there
counts up.
there is something about like things being like kind of catchy and playing on a loop like that.
Yeah.
That works pretty good.
Yeah, because you're gonna
Um,
get like somebody's gonna watch like have it
yeah,
pause there for long enough to have
yeah,
two
two, three
things.
views. Now
Yeah.
like Pro 10. That only got like 190 views.
Well, that makes
Um,
sense.
like a little Mod Wheeler. Mod
Yeah,
Wheeler got a decent amount of views.
yeah,
It wasn't bad. This thing here, no, the dampener video didn't get a lot. This 245 entries at my local off-road thing.
yeah,
This got a fair amount of views, and all this was showing a bunch of people
yeah.
and their cars.
That's why I say I don't trust the shorts thing. I think it's just like,
I think that's the thing that this is you talking like during a bathroom break. It was really good. And then this is Stuart cleaning.
yeah.
This one didn't get a lot of views.
So how are we through reg or what's
I
that?
never saw any. Yes, boxwood or whatever. I didn't
Yeah.
see any.
So we're through that phase.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The drifting got a fair amount of views down in
Yeah, I
Portland.
don't get that.
Yeah. I think I need to put a drift car together.
Go have fun.
So, yep. I will. Don't worry.
I mean, there's literally one like 2 miles from my house.
You should go, man. It'd be great.
I have no interest in it. Like
But think
zero.
about all the content you could get.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It'd be huge.
Anyway.
All right. Well, the other thing I'm thinking about is I have right by me here, I have some wonderful carpet-based touring cars, the prior generation. And I was sitting here thinking to myself, what would this car be really good at?
Drifting.
Well, I don't think drifting. I don't think we can get the wheels to turn enough. We would have to make some like new rack thing. I'm not saying that's not possible, but
What are you like,
if
GTA or what? What are you gonna?
ooh, somebody got it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this car right here might make a comeback, and it might head back to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and it might try to put a hurting on some people.
Oh, little VTA Nationals action.
We'll see.
All right.
I haven't been able to commit to going yet. I
Yeah.
want to go. I think I'm going. We'll see. So
You gonna run that shoebox that you ran last time you won the Snowbirds
I don't
and
think
took
it's
out Jared
legal.
Parsons?
No, I don't think it's legal.
They have legalities now on VTA bodies.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Like, what's wrong with that body?
It was a Parma Cuda. Parma's
Like,
been out of business for years.
yeah. So,
Anyway,
do you still have that body?
I do.
I think you need to bring it back.
I'll see if I can find it. But I have seen it. Like
I mean, it looked like a turd. It was brown.
yeah, dude. It had rust in it. It was awesome.
All your cars have rust in it. What are you talking about?
No, but the paint had rust in it.
Oh, okay.
How many paint jobs have rust in them? Come on.
Not many.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't know what. There was a lot of Mustangs, I think, this weekend at Valkaria. I
Yeah.
don't know if that means anything.
I asked around and I already found like what's the most cheatery body.
Okay.
So I just put an order in for that today. So we'll see how that goes.
Good. Yeah, you gotta cheat that up. Get it light as possible.
No. It'll be legal. It's just like what's the fastest one? That's the one I want.
Okay.
So I have a feeling it's going to have a chicken hawk paint job on the front.
Chicken Hawk? The Thunder Chicken?
Yeah, it'll be a thunder chicken.
Like what was it? What did the Stroker Ace? He had the fucking clucking whatever.
There's some guys here to do some nice paint jobs for like realistic looking cars.
Right.
I'm to see if I can get a thunder chicken like sponsored by Popeyes or something like that. I think it would be pretty dialed.
Do you know the movie Stroker Ace?
Yes, I've seen that.
What's it called? The chicken pit. Was that what it is? Yeah, it was the chicken pit. Number 7. Yeah, that's hot. That's what you need. You need the chicken pit number 7. I mean, it's a basic paint job. It isn't like anything.
Yeah, yeah, it's nothing fancy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but like, yeah, the chicken pit. Yeah, that's where you're at.
I want to have like the whatchamacallits, like the Thunderbird type thing, but with a chicken in the middle. So get the feathers and then like a chicken in the front. Because
The
you got to make these bodies kind of heavy.
well, you talking about like a Trans Am?
Yeah, Trans Am.
That's not Ford. That's a Pontiac.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so but you want that?
Yes.
Okay, the
Yeah.
Screaming Eagle.
Sure. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a chicken on it.
Like my van that I had back in the day.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What?
I've showed you pictures of
I
this.
don't think we've seen this. We need to see this.
You got a second? Can you vamp?
I sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's
Are
give
you
me a
bringing
minute.
a printed picture?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
This is gonna be great. So Mangler must have had one hell of a car. I don't know. He's trying to suggest I do this. I I don't really think this is the right angle here. I want something a bit different. All right.
All
You
right.
got your show and tell?
Yeah, I need to get this reframed, but it's getting a little faded. Are you gonna
I'm
what?
working on it.
Wait, you got the chicken pit up, man.
Yeah.
All right. So this is my 1970. Where you at?
I'm trying to flip it around. Hold on. Trying to flip it and reverse it.
All right. Well,
Nope.
you're
There we go.
there.
There
So
we go.
this is my 1979 Ford Econoline van with a
Mhm.
351 Windsor in it,
Mhm.
and that there is what you're looking for. This is all hand painted, pinstriping and eagle.
Mhm.
Uh, I this van had a little bit different variation when I was driving it,
Mhm.
but yeah, uh, the thing was badass. It got about 8 miles to the gallon, and yeah, 351 Windsor did have the original 454. I think what was the big Ford engine? It was a four something. Anyway, it used to have that in it, and I think I told the story. Uh, my dad, it blew up. And so my dad took it to the junkyard to get the new engine in, to get a 351 put in it. And the guys were like, "What are you doing with the other engine?" And they're like, "He's like, well, it's junk." And he's like, "Well, we'll just trade you." And I'm like, "What do you mean?
Okay.
We'll just trade you?" They're like, "We'll give you the free 351. You give us the big block, whatever it was for whatever."
Uh huh.
And my dad's like, "All right." So he got like a free engine out of it, right? So we went out to these guys had a street stock car. We went out to Anderson Speedway in Indiana, and the next couple weekends, these dudes were just cleaning house. Like they were crushing everybody. And we went back to the junkyard, I don't know, a month later or whatever. And we're like, "Hey, you guys have been running real well." And we was like, "Yeah, we were until dipshit decided to lap the field in like a 12-lap heat
Yeah.
race. And then they tore us down and they found your motor." They had taken that big back 440 or whatever it was out and they
Uh-huh.
put it in their street stock. Yeah. So anyway, it was a
Yeah,
funny little
that's
story.
that's something. I like it. I like it.
But yeah, that was I drove that through high school a little bit.
Mhm.
You could fit like 13 dudes and a keg of beer in there, and it was awesome. It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
that sounds good. I actually think to help me make weight in VTA, if I do this, I am thinking about painting the body with like a just like you know paintbrush.
Yeah.
I think that would make it like extra nice.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, you can just strap lead to it, couldn't you?
Yeah, I got to put it on the roof legally.
Oh, okay.
So it's one of these jobs where we're going to cut it out. We're going to figure out what it is in relation to 95 grams, and we're going to put
It,
more paint on it until it's 95 grams.
Well, why don't you just use lead paint on the sides?
Lead paint.
Yeah.
They have that for Lexan. Is that what happens when you airbrush things? Is that
No,
what happens?
I'm just kidding. You can't buy lead paint anymore. They fucking That's what killed all the kids. Like, yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, no. But like, what you could, I wonder if like you could put. Hmm, I'm sure there's something like if you had like a silver, you could put like some type of something mixed in it and like have a texture, like a tungsten powder. Yeah, like they make tungsten powder, right? So you could put that and mix it in with the paint and then put it on, and that would be heavier, and no one would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll cut out the body first and see how heavy it is. And then it's
I
either
mean,
going to
if
get
you
a
really want to get,
misting, a
if you really
yellow,
want,
or
if
something
you
else.
if you really want to get, I'll come up with a way to fucking
We'll,
so
we'll get a
create
weight first, and then we'll come up with what we do
creative
next.
ways to cheat. Yeah, I mean, I
Mhm.
shit, you know, that's,
You're like, I live for that. Let's
I
go.
don't live for it, but like I love some creative engineering.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's one of, I don't know if you watched this, but like the Dale Earnhardt Jr. podcast,
Mhm.
he
Yep.
gets some of these old timey dudes on.
Overdrive or whatever it
What?
is.
He gets some of these old timey like crew chiefs and stuff, and they
Mhm.
talk about all this shit. All the creative engineering or cheating they used to do,
Mhm.
and like, oh, it's like it's hilarious. Like, because
Mhm.
these guys at this point, they're like, they're not in the NASCAR
Business
anymore,
anymore.
or like
Yep.
they don't really give a fuck, and it's
Mhm.
so
Don't
long,
matter.
so yeah, it don't matter, and it's just like, yeah, it's all the things they used to do to and Waltrip was on there, and he had some great stories where he's like, yeah, we had the whole frame wheels full of buckshot, and like after the race, he'd like we'd go to
They
we
pull a plug and let it
they
dump
pull a
out.
plug and all dump out.
Mhm. Yep.
And so, and like I think the story was like, yeah, they were walking the track with like Bill France. He's like, I don't know what it is, but everywhere I go, I always find all this buckshot all over the track.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
There's
So
a reason why.
it's all loaded up in the frame rails.
Yep. So, all right. Well, what do you have planned for this weekend?
I don't know. It's the fourth weekend. Not much really going on, so just probably gonna take it easy and enjoy some uh, time off. And anyway, I think I'm going to Disney Friday, so see my friend Dusty Kemp. He's in town, so go hang
Okay.
out this Disney on Friday, and then I'll probably have a relaxing weekend and get ready, do some work on the cars, and get ready
Mhm.
to come have you track rat my ass.
Are you gonna run super stock, or are you gonna run just mod?
No, I'm gonna run about
You're
17.5
gonna
in
run
mod.
both. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
but I mean the 17.5 car is just an old car.
Yeah,
Your old
I know.
car.
I know. It's gone
Yeah.
around the track before. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, it's not even close to where it was when you had it, but it's clean for one. No rusted screws. But anyway, but
It's
yeah,
gotta be worth a tenth.
yeah, probably. So yeah, I want to hopefully not get crushed too bad by you. So
Well, I think we probably have one more podcast where we can talk up or talk down, whatever it is.
well, fourth is Tuesday, so I don't think we're going to be doing it Tuesday.
No, you
So
never know.
maybe that Wednesday, the 5th.
Possibly. Yeah.
All right.
I might have to be in New Mexico on Wednesday. We'll find out.
You've been trying to go down to Albuquerque for like over a month now.
Since April 27th.
Is this still the same truck?
Hmm.
It's still there?
No, no, it just showed up.
Oh, so
It's
they.
been it's been waiting, like somewhere, waiting for like a chip.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
So we'll see. Um, yeah. Anyway,
So is this a done deal, or are you just still kicking the
uh,
tires?
no, the like paperwork's being sent to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. but I kind of want to see it before I take possession of it.
Right.
I just don't want to put it on a truck and then like it shows up all banged up and I can be like, what the hell?
So you just want to drive it back 14 hours and bang
I'm
it
not
up.
going to drive it back. It's 23 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's going to go on some other truck.
Okay.
So, but it's all right.
You just go fly down, say hi.
Leave.
All
Yeah.
right.
But I don't know when that's happening. So unknown, happening sometime between now and the end of July. So we'll see.
Oh, Albuquerque's a nice place. It's where they did film Breaking Bad. So
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I'll go to the car wash. Be great. Get some chicken.
Speaking of which, the car wash near me, they just got busted last week for fucking selling drugs.
Sounds great.
I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Were you a frequent customer?
No, it's just funny. Like, yeah, it's over here off 4th Street. They're like, yeah, got busted. The manager was selling drugs out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So.
All right. You're going to send me the link for the 1 million glue tips.
Okay.
And hopefully it's good. Worst case, just bring like 6 of them.
Okay.
Because there's probably like 7. There's 7 rounds of racing, so maximum of 7 glue tips will be needed.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. So all right.
I like the metal ones because the metal ones you can kind of get in there a little bit.
I do too. I don't have any good metal ones that sit on the Bob Smith Industry bottle well.
Yeah, you gotta glue them to the bottle.
I know. They don't glue well. They don't glue well because of the other things that I do, which is I use a lot of this.
Yeah.
The outside.
Well, as a person who had to use those tips a lot.
Yeah.
And knows how to glue it.
Yeah. Maybe you can show me.
Yeah.
But.
All right.
Yeah, the plastic ones are good enough.
Okay.
The plastic ones are better than me just like using the X-Acto on the end of the tip and then just going at it.
Yeah.
With some thin, because that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
So that's
sounds good.
A weird sort of kung fu. But all right, sounds good.
Yep.
Well, Mangler,
thanks everyone for tuning in.
It's a pleasure.
Always.
And make sure to all the people on the internet's there, likes and subscribe.
All 7 people that are watching right now.
There's 15.
Ooh.
And who knows? We'll maybe have a Mangler in a hot tub boat. That's bound to bring the views in. There you go. All right, you never know.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Later. Bye.
Bye. Outro.